Hey, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, The Fog Philosopher, where we talk peace of mind, mental health, and being your best self. Hi, my beautiful people, welcome to another episode with me, Marcia Nyango, also known as The Fog Philosopher. And today we'll be talking about how to be comfortable with silence.
Silence. Good. Save your voices.
Thank you for joining me on yet another episode. If you like something, if you learned something, if I just entertain you, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment. It would be much appreciated. And as always, let's get right into it. So being comfortable with silence in this very fast world that we live in, there's always something going on, there's always some activity in the background if we're not actively watching or listening to something. So it is very important that we take some time to just sit in silence. And I'll take us through some of the reasons why and just a few minutes of how you can actually be able to still a few minutes of silence to yourself each and every day, maybe once a week, whatever amount of time you can put aside. And personally, as I've always said, most of my topics come from personal experiences, and I am one person who loves talking, hence the channel. And I love noise. I can barely fall asleep without noise. There has to be a series or something playing in the background so I can fall asleep. And personally, that is something I'd like to overcome. I'd like to just be so okay with silence that I can fall asleep without needing any background noise. So if you like me, keep watching. And if you also still just like noise, there's no harm. We just need not more than 15 minutes. Not more than 5 minutes of your time to maintain silence, just so that you can achieve some of the things that I'll be going through. So the first one is to know your own voice. So it is important to know your own voice so that when it comes time to make life decisions, small or big, you can know exactly what you think about the situation. Knowing our own voice is very important because in the fast-paced life that we live in, there's so many other voices. There's so many other voices inside our heads that if you do not take time to be silent, you might not realize you're actually living someone else's life. You're actually following someone else's advice who is not you. So it is important to take some time off to sit in silence so that we know exactly how our voice sounds like. Therefore, in times of decision, you can know who is advising what. Sometimes the voice in our head is a parent's voice, it's our child's voice, it's a friend's voice, it's TikTok's voice, it's Instagram's voice, it's voice from a news anchor or a mentor or someone we admire or even someone we hate. So it's very important to sit in silence so that you can hear yourself think, if I can put it that way. So you can hear yourself think, hear your own thoughts so that you know which thoughts are originally yours and which ones have been taken from society around you or the environment around you. So it's important to know our own voice so that we can learn to stand up for ourselves. We can know what we like and what we don't like, and we can live a life that is truly ours as much as possible. We cannot escape society's influence on us, but the amount at which you listen to yourself and stick to your own voice and your own likes and dislikes is very important, and that can be achieved more easily if we spend a few minutes of silence each day just to hear how we think. The second one is to listen better. So with all the noise going around, we always have something to say. We always have an opinion, we always have a thought, we always have a response. And this is because there's so much information coming from left, right, and center. But if you take a few minutes of silence, you'll be able to listen better. You can hear the birds, you can hear the cars on the road, you can hear wind blowing, things that have literally gone extinct because there's so much other noise going around that we even forget how birds sound like, how just a silent outside day feels like. So you're able to listen better once you learn to be okay with silence. And This becomes even more helpful when you're dealing with society in day-to-day life. That is, now when someone will be speaking to you, you'll be able to listen better and enjoy the conversation more. You'll also be able to listen better to your own self. When you're in silence, you listen to your deepest thoughts, you listen to your deepest feelings. You'll be able to deal with things that maybe were lost in the noise of day-to-day life. So sitting in silence allows us to listen better, both to ourselves and to others, to be comfortable in your own skin. I don't know when was the last time you sat through a blackout, and a proper blackout. So your power bank is dead, laptop is dead, any source of electricity is dead. So no Wi-Fi, no social media, no electricity of any form or kind. So you just seated the house in dead silence. It feels weird, and it shouldn't actually. So I don't know if it's something that we need to practice by actively switching off electricity and the Wi-Fi, but you learn to become more comfortable in your own skin when you learn to just sit in silence. The noise usually covers up so much that might be going on in the deeper levels of our conscious, that is, in our emotions, in our thoughts, issues we haven't dealt with, issues we're running from. They're easier to hide when there's so much going on. When the TV is on, you're blending something, the microwave is on, TikTok is on your phone, Instagram is on someone else's phone, music is playing in the background, there's so much going on, you will not be able to deal with issues that might be bugging you in the background. So when you learn to sit in silence, issues that have been kept so deeply ingrained start coming to the surface because they want to be heard, they want to be expressed. So those few minutes you spend every day just by yourself, either you're walking outside or even just in the house and you've switched off your electronics, those few minutes of silence will enable any emotions or any thoughts or any issues that have been buried to come to the surface. And dealing with such issues allows you to be more comfortable in your own space, in your own skin. And also just generally in your own environment, you should be able to sit in complete silence without needing background music, without needing something playing. You should be able to sit in your house and feel comfortable without the presence of noise. That silence will allow you to see if you even like your house, if you like how you've arranged it, if you like the space that you're in. With the noise, so much goes unnoticed. So much goes unnoticed because we're so focused on the noise or whatever we're watching or listening to. But that silence brings us back to environment. It enables us to be sure that we do like the space that we're in and we're comfortable in our own skin and in the environment around us. Last but not least is to observe better. So given the world we live in, you have to socialize once in a while, and that comes with observation skills, which are improved greatly when we're silent. When you're silent, you're able to see so many things that you could not have seen when you were busy talking. And as I've said at the start of this video, I am a talker. I love to talk. Sitting in silence for me is weird actually, so it's something I'm still practicing and learning how to do. But I have realized that more silent you are, the more you see things that you wouldn't have seen if you were busy talking. Talking takes most of your energy. You need most of your senses to talk because you need to be engaging your thoughts at the same time. Your mouth, a lot is going on when you're talking. So you're not really able to observe how other people are acting around you, non-verbal communication, all that, which are very important cues to be able to read the room and socialize with other humans in a healthier way. So when you're silent and when you learn to be comfortable in silence, you'll be able to observe other humans better. You'll be able to improve your own non-verbal cues, learn other people's non-verbal cues, which are very important in just day-to-day life interaction. You'll also be able to observe yourself. What are your triggers? What actually makes you happy? What makes you sad? what makes you angry. So the less you talk, the less you're able to see, okay, when this person did this, I was very irritated. Because you gave you gave yourself time to notice what is going on instead of just knee-jerk reaction, instead of reacting so quickly, which is what words and noise allow us to do. But when you learn to be silent, you're able to observe yourself keenly, how you move, how you speak, how you move, how you act, your non-verbal triggers, so many things that are repeated by words. So learning to be comfortable with silence is an art. It's a skill that needs practice. It doesn't come naturally to everyone. So if it's something that you have, congratulations. If it's something that you need to learn, join the journey with me as we learn how to be silent and to be comfortable in silence. So just as a daily practice, you can start with 5 minutes every day where you just sit in complete silence and just learn to be okay with it. The key here is to just learn how to be comfortable in silence. Don't try to do anything. Don't try to run away from the silence. Just sit in the silence as long as you can, and as the days go, you just increase the amount of time. And if you feel better, let me know in the comments. If you don't, also let me know in the comments. If you are a noise person through and through, that is also okay. Let me know. So thank you for watching till the end. Always much appreciated. See you on the next video. So many things that words hide, words